you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
What you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first-time champions of the AFC, the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, a lot of folks thought maybe last year would be the season the Jags finally rose to Super Bowl contenders, but a 5-11 last-place campaign ended those thoughts pretty quickly. But now, here they are 1 year later making their first appearance on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, they were so close getting in a couple of years ago, weren't they, against New England? And, boy, they played them tough in that game. But prior to this, they were one of 4 teams coming into this year that had never been to the Super Bowl. Who were the others?
Browns, right?
Yes, Texans. And the Lions.
The Lions, yeah.
Exactly. They've never played in a Super Bowl. That's over now. They're in the Super Bowl. Now they want to go out and win it. Meanwhile,
for the Carolina Panthers, they make their third visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots. Lost by a field goal out of Vinatieri, putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, and the Broncos just ran over them on defense in that one. That was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Jaguars, Marquise Lee. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Foles and the Jags come up now first and 10 at their own 18. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
12. Hey, Delta.
Foles. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second and 9, Newton. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 50, Newton. And this one's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On third down, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Great.
Let's bring it. Joker.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Check.
Gun.
Mike Bobo. I got you.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 39, Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Check tight.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Those chairs. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Rolling to his right. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Newton forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Complete. He finds Bray. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Makes 3. 218.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 39, Foles. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kenny Stills, 39 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second down, here's Fournette. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run with Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Shoot! Watch the shoot! 12.
Switch gears.
Blue draw quarters.
Here's Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Newton to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. On 2nd and 9, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Operating from the gun, Newton. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
What we got? What we got?
They'll run it again with Fournette. That one a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Tiger. 80 weapons. 59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Great.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Right there, 54 Mike. Record. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-5.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Newton now to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
course, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the